You know, I'm a big sucker for setting these like really big expectations on how comps work. But what I've learned casting LEC, especially this split, is, you know, it could happen. You could be playing your Rumble J4 Alistair comp, like a nice wombo combo where everyone's layering stuff together. Or like Razor could randomly have 6 kills and be one-shotting people. It could be anything, really.
Yoppa does have to be a little careful, though. The fact he's at half HP and Razor is on this bottom side does mean there is a potential for a dive, but with Skeens re-entering the map after the reset, it would definitely be a difficult one to pull off, but looks like Fnatic might try and go for it anyway.
MVKE going for the pullback on the upset, just wants to get some damage down before this dive comes out. Flash out from Yoppa, but good patience from Lost, but to hold the combo. Yoppa, Deadman walking in, kill over to upset in the meantime, but now Razor's take the tower for too damn long, but nobody hit him, so it's an execute. Oh, it's messy, messy. That is the story so far. Upset will fall. What did I just watch wrong?
That dive did not go for Fnatic at all. The fact that you end up losing all 3 members, sure, Razork ends up dying to the tower, but that was such a risky play. We caught it on the setup. Yes, Yoppa was down to about half HP, but you know that Skeens is going to be entering back into this bottom side. They had the vision in the early game, so even though they get the kill, Mickey with a good ignite onto Lospa sets that one up, and Mickey knows all he has to do is chase Upset down. Can ends up following along with Skeens in the wings. I think Upset thinking maybe he could hold on to those summoner spells, or maybe thinking he was dead anyway, as the jungler was more than likely here.
I got body blocked by my own flag.
Isolated death leaderboards for supports. Who is leading the front? But our boy Mickey X. And who is at the bottom? Lospa. Never dies alone. But this man on your screen right there, Mickey, got to keep an eye on him. Almost 2/3 of a death per game. So at least one game in this best of 3, he will die all on his lonesome. Will it be this one, is the question on our minds. Will Wonder get solo killed? Another very valid question at this point, and the answer seems to be absolutely yes. He gets burnt to a crisp.
Oh, Wonder, that is not what you want for this chase at all. Now massively far behind, going to lose the wave as well. Potentially even a plate, which is only going to exacerbate that problem. And SK trying to settle on mid, but Mickey
ulti in. Mickey caught out, flag and drag back through. Razor debating if he wants a little bit more. Vladdy manages to grab that one. Mickey didn't die on his lonesome, but still. Grab the grubs here, looking to support their top laner who already has that push in his favor, even if the wave state's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, SK spent a lot of time waiting in this bush though. Lost, but you don't need to face check that, because SK have already lost the play, right? They spent their turn sitting in the bush, didn't establish vision around the river, so then they could try and play through some poke or try and make some plays as people were trying to get themselves in there in Fnatic.
Maybe the pole coming out, Skeens looking to follow. Q flash backwards onto Sober, who immediately lays down the equalizer. They need to burn through this rumble quick because Wonder is already fading away! It's a disaster again! SK over eager to force a play on the top side, but the equalizer doing a whole lot more than just equalizing. It's Fnatic destroying in this early game.
SK thought they could make a quick pick on the top side, but the lack of damage and the cavalry from Fnatic showing up turns it around beautifully. Fnatic fully in control of this early game.
What about Fnatic? This is, again though, this is SK making this play.
Yeah, and you can see here, they go into Lost Split, buy some time, but Jarvan is already running up river to try and get here. Skeens with a nice kickback, the crash down doesn't connect from Mickey, and Sobero getting that equalizer down deals so much damage. And with Razork here in tow, Vladdy even coming in with the Realm Warp, they're able to pick off Mickey as well at the end. Really nice collapse from Fnatic.
Yeah. Have to force something. Vladdy potentially caught out. Another kick coming up from Skeens, but a good flash reaction comes out from Vladdy to deny the initial push back there. Skeens ulti in. They've trapped him in the pit. And once again, here comes the Rumble to start burning people down. Equalizer across on a slow Q. Sobero is unkillable, unstoppable. Finally finding the kill on a slow Q as Vladdy is still living. Yoppa's getting nothing back in return. If this was a scrim, it would already be done, baby. Fnatic kicking the hell out of SK Gaming.
It's a 3 for 3 all said and done though. So with Sobero coming in and then Upset managing to get up there with Yoppa. Oh, wait.
Oh. Wonder.
Dodge it. Don't. Okay. But yeah, that ended up an absolute brawl. You end up with so many members coming in towards the mid lane. It starts off with SK basically saying, hey, we have a numbers advantage. let's try and make it happen. Lost before us now. Mickey ends up connecting on the crash down, but as they see Vladdy trying to move into position here to help out as support, that's when SK try and turn. Yoppa's been hiding out of vision this whole time, but it's Razork and that TP from Sobro that starts to then turn this in favor of Fnatic. But Yoppa is getting really good damage out as this goes, right? Flashes away, doesn't get caught in the combo. Lospa ends up running out of the Unbreakable Will as Sobro is killing topside. So Vladdy ends up being pushed back. Yoppa gets the kill onto Lospa, but it's Upset who gets one back. So all said and done, 3 for 3. Could have been a bit messier, but here we go again.
Not done yet. Wonder, flash backwards. Pulverize still there. Razork on the way in, but no QE combo. Just a cheeky Q as Vladdy on a killing spree. Another quick kill picked up by Fnatic. Well highlighted that one was closer. But SK's counterpunch is just pushing in bottom lane after that topside play, so not going to be able to get a whole lot of gold back.
Fnatic are doing a great job playing around the vision that they set up on topside, right? You can already see Razork seen away red. They had a ton of wards in there to see, look, there is no Lee Sin on this top side of the map, so let's make a quick play here. Potential here coming up though. 8 seconds until Dragon. Rift Herald up and available. Fight around mid here, looks like for SK to try and get control. But I'm curious exactly where they want to try and put that pressure, because Fnatic have all 5 members congregating on the bottom side.
Combo in from Lospa. Curtain's immediately going to get called. Razork looking for an angle in, but the Scatter of the Week is there. Mickey going to get locked up. Lock of his Iron Solari buys him an extra second, but the 4th shot for Upset finishes the job. SK caught a little bit in the setup as Fnatic check in for vision, and it's going to mean second Drake is going to go down relatively uncontested.
And Fnatic are doing a good job of calling these moments from SK. We talked about at the start. SK want to be in River, established with Jace, as Fnatic are trying to retake vision and make sure they're not able to actually play their game. However, every time that SK are moving into towards River, they're just caught against this rock. And Lostbook does a great job of calling it out. They know the Sober's on the way, doesn't hesitate for a moment, knows he's got the backup in tow. And if SK can't play and poke you and fight you from a distance, they're never going to win in a melee fight.
And also, for some reason, Mickey has double buffs, which just really sweetens the pot. Dragon trades under the flank. Will be spotted out now by the control ward. Upset painfully aware. Not a ton of mana for Upset, but should be fine for the fight, holding on to the 4th shot.
SK controlling sides well, so there's no real flank opportunity for Fnatic, but Fnatic now trying to move forward.
Flash in, slow Q locked up, hot pot combo coming in, and down they go. Mickey looking for the re-engage, the fall isn't quite there. Skeens marks the Sonic Wave, but will not follow over the wall. The fight is over before it even begins. Fnatic quick to pull the trigger, find the answers to keep the fight going. It's a deadly flourish on the Skeens as Upsets on a killing spree. It's only Yappa and Mickey left standing, looking over the wall as Fnatic look to take the objective, but Mickey's hex flashing in. He's queuing the objective, but he can't get it. He didn't even have smite.
He had ignite.
He went.
He's running Aftershock.
I thought he had some spellbook there for a second. All right, fair enough.
Rob,
Thank God I don't have to explain this. Take it away, big dog, take it away.
So, brilliant engage from Vladdy, immediately catching out the Syndra as she stepped too far forward. And then Fnatic trying to reposition to catch out Yappa, actually gives Yappa a moment to escape. After this, let's all collectively, have you seen the Sheep movie, The Sheep Detectives?
No, I've heard it's great.
Okay, so I was watching it last night, and the sheep do this thing where they count to 3 and they all collectively forget something happened. Nice. So I vote we all collectively on the count to 3 forget that Mickey does this, okay?
Well played, guys. Nice fight.
Nice, good job, boys.
Oh, I like that positivity.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Damn. How did Fnatic get a 4,000 gold lead? It's really unclear to me. And the 3rd Drake. I don't remember that happening at all.
That must have been a good fight.
Must have been a good fight. But I just coming in hot with isolated death stats. Guys, he's already dead. We don't...
but technically he wasn't isolated for that.
Mickey was at 8 coming into this game. Lospa was at 0 coming into this game. We will keep you updated on this mini game of score. Unfortunately, Rob, we couldn't entirely
to start these accelerated shock blasts raining down on Fnatic. So they've done an excellent job so far. And honestly, this is what you want to see from Fnatic. If you were hoping that they can still make that playoff run, this is confidence.
I'm starting to believe in the world's run. Let me get more of this. I'm also very, very, very convinced that people should stop picking Jace, but that's separate and a little bit less positive. So I'll hold on to that thought for later. Flag and drag, Razor getting things kicked off. Wonder caught in the pot, and the damage just keeps coming down. The equalizer honestly not great, but it doesn't matter. They're so far ahead. Body block there from Skeens. So free pick, it costs a lot of ultis. That is 4 ultis for a single kill. But as Fnatic are already pretty far ahead, it might not mean too much. Mickey once again trying to Hex Flash, but they're not going to give him the chance. He can't go for another signature crazy engage, but it looks like SK are ready to turn this fight. Fnatic, you used all your ultis! They still tried to pick the fight.
Oh, that was not ideal for Fnatic. They'd been doing so well. The patience was there. They were playing around their win cons, but overstepping into that pit, and immediately the Syndra damage comes out alongside that Corki on 2 items. Fnatic not respecting the item spikes a little bit there.
That, very, very true. 2 for 2 in the end, but again, this is the, you know, if you don't love them at their messiest, you don't deserve them at their cleanest.
Yeah, this was nice from Lospa though, right? He uses just the headbutt, knowing that he has the wall there to deny Wunder from being sent further back, and then has the flash pulverize after, which sets up really nicely. So they get one, they get one to begin with, but it's this kind of overextension here where there's no real need, right? Vladdy's already moved down towards bottom side, so this is just Razork going way over aggressive, thinking he can make a play where you don't have the numbers advantage anymore.
And I like that they did it together. That's some Band of Brothers type stuff. Lospa and Razork just sprinting face first to the enemy team. But they do need to remember that the damage is behind them.
Yeah.
And the damage doesn't have ultis or flashes, so couldn't follow there. SK gonna try to fight through bottom lane.
It's the only place to have wards.
It's so awkward. Mickey once again waiting in the same spot over the wall, has a brush there to hide him, but Fnatic can collapse on them. Wunder gonna take the safe way around. Makes a lot of sense. Fnatic taking their time here, I think, because they know they can win the fight. Razork, immediate Cataclysm, goes in, goes right back out. Skeen's gonna find the initial lockup. Slow Q getting isolated there by the curtain call. Equalizer goes down to split the fight, but Lospa's already burning. It's a bit messy. Skeen's locked in the pit with Razork. He's gonna try to burn it down. Skeen's grabbing it, denying the soul at the very least, and now SK need to get the hell out. Good sidestep onto Vladdy. I mean, Slow Q will go down, but no one else gonna get marked up there by the Spell Flux. SK retreating. Fnatic find 2 kills, but they won't be able to secure the soul.
I mean, I think they can run straight over towards Baron, though. Interrupt here from Mickey, trying to stop Lospa from getting back out of the map, but honestly, it's kind of just stopping SK from getting any sort of reset. Instead, looks like they're just going to try and push in this bottom side, see if they can get at least some gold. Won't be able to threaten the tier 2 tower before Fnatic take this and reset.
Whoop. Over. Oh. I don't think they can kill him. Can they kill him? Wunder, do you do damage now? Yes! Kind of. A little bit more. There you go. One more rotation. 1,000 gold! My man just got paid! It was in exchange for a Baron. But still, excellent side lane pick. Sobro overconfident on that TP.
It felt a little unnecessary to kind of be there, because he won the fight as Fnatic, right? Like, in this position, Razork immediately gets the engage. It's a realm warp from Vladdy that SK have to be worried about, but it ends up drawing them away from the dragon. Skeens, though, managing to get this steal was kind of criminal. Like, the fact that he's able to get in, but a lot of that is because Lospa was burned so low at the start of this fight without popping the Unbreakable, so he can't really play that beefy frontliner. Vladdy at least sets up for Sobro to get one back, but at this stage, like, you've kind of done your job. You can just go over to Baron, even if Sobro just reset entirely away from that bottom lane push in SK, and still be there to catch it under the tier 2. Instead, he just gets caught, no TP, and it's kind of giving SK a moment to push out these waves, so Fnatic can't use that Baron as effectively.
Yeah. Really great call out there, Rob. Essentially just going to deny at least one wave of Baron-empowered minions, or at least one wave where all 5 members of Fnatic are active with the Baron buff. Still expect tier 2s to fall. Very least this bottom lane one, but because the rest of Fnatic are still pushing out mid, Vladdy doesn't feel comfortable enough to step forward, which makes a lot of sense. So SK got their shutdown, have a bit of time here. Only 700 gold now separates Wunder and Sobro. So the Jace has done a good job of coming back into the game, but is it going to be enough?
I mean, once he gets this Thrilda's Grudge finished, I think he's actually in an okay spot. Like, there's so much armor on Fnatic through the tabbies and also then having that Zonyas and stuff, so having a little bit of that the armor pen isn't going to go astray. But Fnatic still using this Baron effectively, starting to take down these tier 2s.
That's going to be the equalizer. Rocket Belt gets slow Q out. Some nice side steps as well. Wait on that push shot. Not going to hit anybody. Okay. So good side steps, and the cannon minion, though, still uncontested here.
Yeah, because you're kind of backing away as SK, but
Razork going on the wall. No one is here to support him! Okay, he's gone into GA.
Okay, do it again.
3, 2, 1! Wow, that's great. How did Razork die? What the heck?
Maybe a bull. Was it
Yeah,
bug?
it must have been a bug. They
Yeah.
didn't pause though. That's crazy. Okay, well, we'll figure it out later, folks.
I don't know what just happened.
Guys, this is the hardest.
Vision set up, the poke can happen, they're threatening the mid wave of Fnatic. This is actually where Fnatic need to be a little bit more cautious, especially as the poke can land from here.
And there's some of that poke now. Brief point of opportunity where Scout of the Week is down. You can see some good damage onto slow Q though. SK has to be careful about those choke points. Vladdy's flash still isn't up, but SK I don't think really want to pull the trigger here.
There's good vision in behind Fnatic though and SK, so they can see that Razak was trying to wrap around and Skeen's going to cover, and again SK covering flanks.
Skeens off to the side. Lockup is good to kick things off. Equalizer combined with Lost Plus combo is a devastating way to start the fight, but now Sober has been isolated off on the side. Upset isolated by Skeens. Kicked back into the rest of the team. Fall from Skeens is good, but he goes into GA. He can't finish the kill. Fnatic coming out on top as Mickey will burn to the ground. It's only Wonder now. Looking to pick off Upset, and he'll do it. Shutdown is there, but there's a bot wave full of minions. A quadra kill for Sobero, and it's looking like game one for Fnatic.
Fnatic find the fight they need, decisive when it came to these engages around objectives. And despite the funny business, they're still walking with a W in the column towards game 2.
That they are, Rob. Sheep Detectives won't let him forget that one. No 3-2-1s here. Fnatic taking game one with confidence. A hiccup here or there, but clearly the better team in game one.
It's so hard, because all I want to do is say Fnatic played that incredibly well. And all I can think of is some of those plays. Either way,
That's
strong
crazy.
early game, played well around the objectives and the win conditions for SK. So good stuff.
Good stuff to be certain. Let's see what the AD has to say about that Fnatic victory.
Well, it was clean until it wasn't, but then at least it was a victory, although my analysts are a little bit frustrated. Also, Finn, I believe you will be doing push-ups.
Why?
You tell me.
Why, SK? What is going on? This is Fnatic. This is supposed to be an easy win for you guys.
I mean, this
I
is
mean-
Fnatic, baby. We go to Worlds every year. What did you think would
Who's
happen?
we?
I'm part of the
Brofix is
team
part
now.
of the
Come on.
team. Let's go.
I believed in them.
Let's talk a little bit about how Fnatic did start this game off very, very well. Very